Hello, what's up, Wagwan Reggae Boyz fans? It's your boy Naranda Brown representing for Halftime TV, and today we're here to do a preview on that friendly that the Reggae Boyz have coming up in just over 24 hours against Catalonia. If you don't know, Catalonia, they've been fighting, and finally they're able to operate as an independent entity in going forward. As a matter of fact, the likes of Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, Xavi, all these guys are from Catalonia. However, they have represented Spain based on the politics that is attached to the country. As a matter of fact, as we look at countries of the past or similar situations, we had Kosovo and Switzerland a few years ago, where some of the players opted to play for Kosovo instead of Switzerland. But we won't go into the politics. We're here to do a preview as the Reggae Boyz. Their coach Paul Hall, he lamented that he wants to start rebuilding. That word that we've craved, we've longed to hear so long. We've been begging for it, because oftentimes when the Reggae Boyz, they gather a squad, it's usually favoritism, or it's usually some players that, because they've done well for the team in the past, it's almost as if they have a shoe-in. No, Paul Hall came in. He speaks well, by the way, whenever he gets in front of the camera, and I think his charisma, all of that, it's good. But on the field of play, I'm yet to see what he's truly about. So I'm waiting to see that. But as it relates to the squad selection that we saw, I'll go into it. I'll run through the squad. I'll run through Catalonia's squad to play Jamaica as well, and then I'll let you guys know what my feedback is and what my expectations are from that game. The guys are already in Spain. They're in Girona. They're preparing for the game. Tomorrow is the game. Big game, some may say. Preparation. It's kind of like a trials, I think. Preparation for the Nations League games that we have coming up next week. Some big games there. United States won the Nations League last year. It was the inaugural staging in this side of the world. So as we look forward to the Nations League coming up, and I know a lot of us, we don't pay attention to the Reggae Boyz when there isn't anything at stake. So there is something at stake. Nations League, a competition, some may say. Most of us weren't satisfied when it was initially mooted to be taking place, but it is what it is. It is now available, and you have to play for what's in front of you, and you have to beat who's in front of you in order to obtain those cups. All right, so I'll go through the names for the Reggae Boyz squad, and then I'll go through Catalonia's squad, give you guys the opportunity to share who you think will win this one and what you expect from the national team. All right, so we have Dylan Barnes, we have Corey Adai, we have Ajani Talbot, Jamai Topi, Joel Latibo there, Kenroy Campbell, Tariq Yimet, Zimenez, Ricardo Thomas, we have Jordan Cousins, Omari Hutchinson, Ramon Howell, Tariq McGee, Cameron Lacey, Blair Turgot, happy belated birthday by the way, Blair Turgot, Rolando Aarons, Okesi Chung, Junior Fleming will be playing against Lionel Messi come next season, Kaim Paris, we have Johnson Clark Harris, Nico Brett, yeah, some big names there, innit? Yeah, so those are the individuals that we have representing the Reggae Boyz come tomorrow as they line up against Catalonia. I'll go over to the Catalonia team, and I'm pretty sure some of the names on here you guys would have already heard of. You would have seen them play for your favorite clubs. You would have seen them be competitive week in, week out. As we go further in the show, you'll see some names there that you'll be like, okay, whoa, was this person playing for Catalonia? All right, so we have Ruben Alcaraz, we have Carlos Alenia, we have Edgar Badia, Mark Bartra, formerly of Barcelona. Pretty sure most of you guys know him. Edgar Gonzalez, Sergi Gomez, Gerard Deulofeu, also formerly of Barcelona, formerly of Watford, formerly of Everton. You guys know him, you've heard his name before. We have Dani Olmo, currently playing for RB Leipzig. I think he's even represented Spain in the past. Javi Puodo, we have Brian Oliveira, Alex Moreno, Hector Bellerin, former Arsenal player, Danny Cardenas, Alex Coloda. We have Mark Cucurella, and Mark Cucurella is one I want to mention in particular because he has garnered so many interest from the top clubs across England. Pep Guardiola trained him while he was at Barcelona. I think when Pep was there, he was in the Barcelona academy, and the David Luiz like hairstyle left back has kept a number of heads turning. Everyone wants his services. Chelsea, my club, they're interested in getting his services as well. And for £30 million, sorry, I think he is definitely a steal. All right, so moving on, we have Ricky Puig, one of the brightest young talents at Barcelona right now. Oriol Romeo, one of the most steady and physical defensive midfielders in the English Premier League, plays for Southampton, formerly of Chelsea as well. We have Christian Teo. At one point, his name was loud on the transfer list of a number of clubs in England. Oscar Mingueza, one of Barcelona's best defenders this season. We have Oriol Martinez, Salva Ferreira, and Gerard Gombo. So, of those names that I mentioned, a number of the names you've heard them before. You've seen them. You've cheered them on in your favorite teams playing in the English Premier League or in the La Liga or whatever league it is that you guys are interested in. You've seen and you've heard these names before, and I'm pretty sure it's one of these instances where idols become your rivals for a lot of the Reggae Boys, because there are a number of debutants playing for the Reggae Boys in this friendly, and although we expect big things of them, we know the quality opposition they'll be up against won't be easy. So overall, I think it's a good game. Catalonia may not be the biggest name when it comes down to footballing countries, but it definitely has a host of footballing talent. We expect them to do well. We expect them to bring their A game, and so too do we expect the Reggae Boys, because this is an audition for the Nations League games that are coming up. There are a number of players that the coach Paul Hall, he'd want to build his team around, the likes of Leon Bailey. These guys, I won't even say a shoe-in, but they're closer to the team than most players. And if we're building for the future, we need to start there. We need to have a proper foundation. And a number of these youngsters that will be on show come tomorrow, they will be playing for that foundation spot. They will be playing for that core, because the team needs a core, and then we build on the core going forward. We see, okay, we probably need a right back, at a right back, but it's not a case where every time a game comes up, a friendly comes up, or a competition comes up, the Reggae Boys is struggling to assemble 23 or 24 players. We don't want that. We want a core to be established, and then as we move forward, we add one and two players in various positions that we feel as if we're a little bit thin on. All right, so in this game, I expect the Reggae Boys to suffer a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Catalonia. I think the Catalonia team, they have a little bit, well, they have a bit more quality than the Reggae Boys team. The Reggae Boys team, little bit inexperienced, although we have good players on there. I think with the coach still finding his footing and all of that, it will be quite challenging. Overall, as I said, 2-1, we expect a showpiece, we expect a big game from the Reggae Boys, but we expect a big game from Catalonia as well. Hard luck, guys. I'll say it from now, because I definitely think some of the players will be faced with some tough challenges based on the quality of opposition. And going into the Nations League next week, I trust some of you will be making a claim for yourself, giving the coach something to think about, or even assuring that your name gets down on the starting list or on the team sheet first. All right, thanks for tuning into this another episode of Halftime TV, folks. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Noranda Brown, your host, saying until next time, bye bye.